it's like you're also viewing an ending of a really burdensome journey that you've been on. This feels like really old, yucky timeline, okay? A timeline that you have not enjoyed being on, but it brought you so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much understanding in each of these wands, right? You're bringing in a harvest. This is like the start and the finish. Okay, there's like a guaranteed harvest that's coming in here with something that you're starting right now. Yeah, with this Ace of Swords, it's like you're at this beginning point right now where you're agreeing to something to make room for it, right? So the mind is invited to start something new, like a new way of strategizing to make sense of the world, a new way of communicating, or like a new fundamental belief of what's possible, or even like a new identity, a new version of us. If you think about it, the mind makes sense of the world in order to ground us, in order to help ground our choices in the present, that to make sense, right? So the mind is always trying to be helpful. The mind is always trying to offer and be of service. It's just we have to understand how to allow it to give us the service in a way that's serving us, right? So it really feels like there's a release of old stories here. There's a release of like old mentalities, old mindsets, old ways of seeing, old ways of perceiving situations that are showing up for you that would really like drag you down. Okay, it feels like that's what's clearing out, and you're replacing it with this very like nurturing, loving self focus, actually. And at the bottom of the deck, it's the Nine of Swords in reverse. So there is a transition that's taking place here, where there was once like negative stories and negative outcomes creating negative energy. You are now creating long-term focus on self-nurturing, self-focus on love, and prioritizing that in your approach, in your everyday steps that you're taking. And the mind is having a hard time with that. The mind is like struggling with this because the mind does not know to move this way. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's really dealing with the unknown because the mind has perceived a change that's coming for you. There's a huge ending in who you've been, okay? And it's exciting, but it's also scary to the mind because it's like it's really just coming front and center with the unknown, and you kind of just have to, like, love it, love it and soothe it, because we get it right.